How's it going again, ladies and gentlemen? Aaron from Cat Donkey here once again with another video tonight discussing the Monday night football game between the Patriots and the Bills. So, obviously, big upset. Dolphins win by a score of 27-20. And this is a pretty big game because the Patriots did not look like themselves tonight. Now, do I think this is a big issue? No, they're the Patriots. They'll come back and they'll play well after this game. They typically learn from their mistakes, and just like they did against the Chiefs, when they lose, they typically bounce back and just perform very well. I believe this loss puts New England back to 10-3 now. They still have not locked up their division. They will next week, most likely, because I don't expect the Bills to make a run, win out, and then all of a sudden, woo, Bills win the division. That's going to be that's a long shot. So anyway, big game. So first off, Tom Brady. Tom Brady was not himself tonight, and it's mainly because he didn't have a whole lot of time to throw the ball. You had Ndamukong Suh, Cameron Wake, and a bunch of other guys on the Dolphins defense that were pressuring him the whole time. And not having Gronk, of course, definitely didn't help. Didn't help Brady at all because he didn't have his favorite target in Gronkowski to throw to. If you want my honest opinion, Gronk should have been suspended for more than just one game, in my honest opinion, because I thought that was one of the dirtiest plays that I've ever seen. But that's beside the point. But not having Gronk definitely hurt him. Um, I got to give a shout out to Xavier Howard of the Miami Dolphins. Blanketed, just flat out blanketed Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks could not get open the whole night. Not the whole night. He did not. Shout out to my friend Jeremy. He had Brandon Cooks on his team and number one fantasy team going into the playoffs. Lost. I did too. But he lost. Lost in the playoffs to the number 8 seed. So, that's just how fantasy goes. Anyway, back to football. The Xavier Howard, Dolphins defense gets an A+ in this game. They played very, very well. They gave up almost gave up a touchdown at the end to Danny Amendola, which would have made it a 3-point game instead of a 7-point game. Instead, they forced him to go for a field goal at the end. Now, New England still has defensive problems. This was very evident in tonight's game because who was it? Jarvis Landry was just was getting wide open all the time. Kenyon Drake, that kid is special. He ran for, I believe it was over 100 yards. He had maybe a touchdown or two. He did really, really well tonight, and by far should get that game ball. Jay Cutler played well as well, and so Jay Cutler playing well. I mean, you're talking about everything that needed to go right for the Dolphins in this game went right for them, and I'm telling you that that's just the way it has to go for New England, or in order for New England to lose a game. They have to have the perfect game to lose. Perfect game by the other team in order to lose, which is, kind of upsetting if you're a New England fan because, those occasions rarely happen, especially against teams like the Dolphins where, you most likely are favored to win that game by a touchdown or maybe 10 points or maybe 14 points. Who knows? But still an incredible, incredible contest, that's for sure. It still came down to the final onside kick by Stephen Gostkowski. By the way, I know y'all are going to be like, hey, what the hell's up with that sweater? It's an ugly Christmas sweater for the Dallas Stars. I picked this up at the game against the Golden Knights earlier or last Saturday. I love it. It's comfy as hell. I love it. So, but anyway, so what does this mean for the Patriots going forward? And what does this mean for the Dolphins going forward? I personally don't think it means anything for the Patriots. Patriots will be just fine. And this is coming from an Eagles fan. The Patriots are going to be fine. Tom Brady's going to bounce back. They're going to have a good week against Pittsburgh. I think they play in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be a big game. I'm definitely going to be watching that one. And I think that, I think the Patriots are still going to bounce back. I think that they'll come out and they'll play really, really well against the Steelers. They're going to bounce back, and who knows? This may be a situation where, we're kind of like the Eagles back a long time ago. I think it was a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, where the Pats had lost a game, and then they they were playing at Foxborough against the Eagles. They had just lost a game, or maybe it may have been the first loss of the season, and then they were going to play the Eagles in Foxborough. Everybody's like, oh, Eagles are going to lose that one. Well, Eagles came out and won. Who knows? Maybe the same story with the Steelers. Who knows? Everybody expecting the Pats to come back. But anyway, I think the Patriots will end up, of course, winning their division. This next game is pretty much a playoff game. I'm going to call it that. This next game against Pittsburgh, pretty much a playoff game because at this point you're playing for home field advantage, and if you're the Steelers, you got to get it because Heinz Field is one of the best fields in the NFL to play in if you're the Steelers. So you got to have that home field and the terrible towel crew rocking behind you. So again, guys, that's my analysis for the game. Also would love to see Dion Lewis get more touches, not because you didn't pitch him the ball and he didn't get 10 yards to win me the ball game because I lost by less than a freaking point in my fantasy game this week, which was playoff quarterfinals. So go figure. But I would like to see Dion Lewis get some more touches on that offense. I feel like he's just such a dynamic player, and he deserves a little bit more touches. So, anyway, guys, again, this is Aaron from Cat Donkey here, signing off. Until next time, and go Birds, and congratulations, Dolphins, on a terrific win and great team play and team effort tonight. See y'all next time.